Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and we're back with another one of our loot videos for our 200 run series part 2, and this is going to be for week number 8. And we finally did get around to doing the Northern and Eastern Kingdom zones, and doing that again. Man, I really do enjoy doing these Eastern Kingdom zones, like the Northern and Southern. We'll be doing Southern right after, so that'll be this next week coming up. But it's just nice change of pace from the dungeons and even just open world farms and groups where we're just doing the same area, because you pick up and move so many times, trying to get the zone done. And what I typically do is, like, I'll try to do an area for like an hour and do all the different areas in there, except for certain ones. But anyway, before we do get into the video and go over all the loot, I'd just like to mention, if you guys are enjoying these videos, make sure you smash the big thumbs up. It definitely helps out the channel and helps to let me know that you guys are enjoying this content that I'm putting out. Also, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the other videos. But anyway, back to the loot video. As far as the Northern Eastern Kingdom zones, with doing that, like I mentioned, it's really nice because you get to hop from place to place, which means with it being Northern Eastern Kingdom, I ended up doing Loch Modan. I did the Dwarven Zone. Was it Dun Moro, or however you say it? I did Wetlands. I also hit up Hillsbrad. I did Hillsbrad Foothills. I didn't spend as much time in that one. See, that's one of those areas where I kind of cut it a little bit shorter than an hour. Tristful Glades, definitely hit that zone. That's one of my favorite zones, probably out of all of them. And I probably spent the most amount of time there. There's just so many different things to hit. Dun Moro actually has a lot too, and really both of those are really good because they both have the main area, and then they also have the starting area that also has things that you can farm up. And also went after some rares and stuff. Like, I even hit Arathi Highlands for the rares. I hit Western Eastern Plaguelands. Those really didn't spend much time in because there's only like one area to hit in Western Plaguelands and no rares, and there's only like one place, even though there is a rare in Eastern Plaguelands to hit. And even on one of my druids, I didn't do it with the first druid, but the second druid I did have some extra spare time because of getting some of the items a little bit earlier than I needed to. Of course, I could have stayed a little bit longer and tried to get duplicates, but I was okay with that, and actually ended up hitting the Hinterlands up for a little bit as well. Again, there's only like one place to farm there. There is a rare that says drop something, but it only says it drops the Chan's Imperial Robes, which you can get, as a world drop. So, along with doing the Northern Eastern Kingdom zones, we also did our second week of islands, so we'll have that loot to go over as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let's go ahead and hop to our first bank alt. Again, we'll be looking at two different bank alts for both realms, because we have one that has all the loot from doing the Northern Eastern Kingdom zones, and we have one that actually has the loot from doing the islands, and same with the other realm withdrawal. So 4 different bank alts. Maybe in the future, maybe I'll actually combine it all together or something. I don't know. It's really not a big thing to switch it up though, I guess. All right, so our first bank alt, everything that's going to go to Proudmoore. Again, high value stuff. We can trade items because we really just want to see the stuff sell. We want to get to 10 million as fast as possible. But here we go. So we got our low value stuff. Again, I mean, just looking at it, looks like a decent amount of items. We also had a decent amount of items last time. Now, something a little bit different with this time. We actually did, do it during stream. We did during stream last time too, but we actually had people come in and help out in the group. Whereas last time we did do some group stuff, I think last time too, but I didn't add those items to the loot. But again, this time is about trying to get to 10 million as fast as possible. It's about doing it the most efficient way. So group farming is the most efficient way if you can get those groups. So we're not like really holding items back because we're able to get a group going. So we will actually be showing those items. I did do a lot of this solo still as well, and even on my other druid, pretty much everything was almost solo except for a very, very small portion of it. But anyway, let's take a look. First, we got our low value items here, And we got standard issue shield. Now this is actually dropped actually I did have it marked as high value. It's dropped a little bit. It was right at 20,000. It's now down to 9,000. But the one nice thing about this one, which this comes from Trustful Glades, it actually sells super fast. Look at that sell rate, 0.016. And honestly, these items in general usually tend to sell pretty good, just because in a way they're kind of new. I mean, they're reintroduced, so not as many people have them. So all those other items we've been posting forever, you know, they still sell, but these items are kind of like a new, bit of items for people to buy that, you know, may have already bought those items that we've been posting forever because they didn't have a chance to buy these before. But anyway, we've got these at 9,000. We got 4 of those. We got the Burnt Buckler. It's just a world drop, 9,000. We have the Buccaneers Robes, again, world drop. I've got it anywhere. Stone Splitter Rags, though, did actually get from Loch Modan, from some of the mobs out there, is, specific to that zone. 10,000, 0.002 sell rate. We've got the Warrior's Girdle here, 9,000, 0.014 sell rate. Now, this is a world drop as well, but really nice sell rate there. We got the Male Combat Legs, another world drop. We can actually get that from, I actually get these a lot from doing Alderman. Warrior's Boots, another world drop, 6,000. Burnt leather boots, 3,000. Actually, that's below, but 0.035 sell rate, very fast sell rate. The Melrache's cape here actually comes from the same area where we're getting these standard issue shields. Actually have 3 of those, and 7,000. Very slow sell rate though. Frostmane's staff, 17,000. 0.001 as well. We got 2 of those. Frostbite staff, actually have 4 of those. 7,000 gold. 0.009 sell rate. That comes from Dunmorrow. So does this one as well, the Frostmane staff. Stone Splitter Axe comes from Loch Modan, and that was 16,000 there. We got 2 of those, 3 of those, sorry. We have the Skull Hatchet here, Dunmorrow, and that one's 7,000, 0.004 sell rate. Have 2 of those. Trog Hand Axe, 18,000, 0.013 sell rate. Also comes from Dunmorrow. And then we have, and actually see it says it also comes from Coldridge Valley, which means it comes from like that starter zone area. And then we have the Flannic Shield here. This is just a world drop, 12,000 for that one. Now we've got our high value. Now you might wonder why I have 2 separate groups here. So this is our high value stuff, but it's kind of in the lower range, and then our very high value pieces. So our, pieces that are close to 100,000 or above. We even got a pet here, which came from the wetlands, the Razor Maw Hatchling. Very low, 1,000 or 1,100 gold, but 0.015 sell rate. Figured as a pet, we have very low value pets, so I'll go ahead and throw it in there. But anyway, our high value stuff, Lumberjack Jerkin here comes from Dunmorrow, 56,000. We have the Frostmane Leather Vest, 25,000, 0.004 sell rate. Dunmorrow as well. Gray Fur Booties, 64, almost 65,000, 0.002 sell rate. And this comes from Trustful Glades, from the little puppies out there. And then we got the Vile Fin Oracle Staff, 51,000, 0.005 sell rate. And that comes from Trustful Glades as well. So does the Vile Fin Battle Axe, 26,000, 0.004. And then we've got the Stone Splinter Dagger here, 33,000. And that actually comes from Loch Modan. We have the Witch Furry here. Now this is actually just a world drop. Gotten this from Dungeon Farms and stuff as well. 27,000, 0.007 sell rate. Got the Redentia Flint Axe. Now this comes from Loch Modan. 33,000, 0.008 sell rate. Greater recipe for the Greater Shadow Protection Potion. Almost 21,000, 0.016 sell rate though. Really nice. And that came from Eastern Plaguelands. We have the Short Saber here from Trustful Glades, 22,000, almost 23, 0.008 sell rate. And then we have the Frostmane Hand Axe from Dunmorrow, 49,000, 0.003 sell rate. The Trog Club, also from Dunmorrow. Actually, it's dropped down. It was actually around 30,000, so 18,000, 0.003 sell rate. And then we have the Trog Dagger here. I've got 2 of those. And those are from Dunmorrow, and you see also those are from the Coldridge Valley area. 54, almost 55,000 for those. And this is really nice to even solo farm. I mean, you can hyper spawn these mobs really easily where these drop. And then we have the Frostbane Club, Dunmorrow from, again, Cold Ridge Valley, the starting area out there, almost 45,000, 0.002 sell rate. And then we have the Frostbane Short Sword from Cold Ridge Valley and Dunmorrow, almost 21,000, 0.002 sell rate. And then we have the Stone Splendor Blade from Loch Modan, 47,000, 0.003 sell rate. And then we have the Web Cloak from Tristful Glades, 43,000. And I didn't see, or maybe it's over here in the very high stuff. I didn't see where any of the starting area stuff for Tristful Glades was. I thought the Web Cloak, maybe not, maybe it comes from the open area. But anyway, moving on, we got the schematic for the Flawless Arcanite Rifle that actually comes from Eastern Plaguelands. And we actually have 2 of those. And then we've got Pitchfork here, and that actually came from the Hinterlands. 344,000 for that one. Unfortunately, we only got 1. And then we've got the Bashing Pauldrons, 80,000, 0.003 sell rate. That comes from Loch Modan. It comes from those little bears or whatever. And then we've got the Spiderweb Robe from Tristful Glades, 99,000, 0.001 sell rate though. Null Casting Gloves from Wetlands, 96,000, almost 97,000. And we've got 2 of those. We got the Copper Cloth Gloves from the Hillsbrad Foothills, 402,000 at 0.003 sell rate. We've got the Web Pants. Actually, it does. So this is from Tristful Glades and the Death Kneel area. So the starting zone in Tristful Glades. Web Pants, 99,000, almost 100, right at 100,000, 0.003 sell rate. I actually have 2 of those. Bluegill Sandals. Really, surprised I actually got this one. This one comes off the Murlocs out there in Wetlands, 150, almost 152,000. Unfortunately, it's only 0.002 sell rate. And it does have a shared appearance. That is unfortunate. Dragon Ball Chain Boots comes from the Wetlands, 99,000, 0.001 sell rate. The Mogrash Toothpick here, 216,000 at 0.009 sell rate from Loch Modan. We have the Tunnel Pick here from Wetlands, 85,000. And then we have the Sickle Axe here from Hillsbrad Foothills, 564,000. It does have 1 shared appearance though, unfortunately. We have the Dragon Ball Short Sword here for 83,000, 0.001 sell rate from Wetlands. And then we have the Orcish Cleaver from Loch Modan at 99,000. And actually this comes off those same mobs that dropped the Bashing Pauldrons, those little bears or whatever out there. All right, guys, so now over here on Thrall for the Northern Eastern Kingdom zones, let's go ahead and check it out, see what they got for us. And man, they really filled it up. Now, I may have actually did an extra, like, I don't know, 15 minutes on both of these tunes, actually. Maybe not. I know I actually had, like, well, actually on this one, I probably didn't, because I actually had, like, an extra 20 minutes, because I got everything from Dunmorrow early, and I also got everything from Loch Modan pretty early. This druid I think was just luckier. I actually do think I spent like extra 15 minutes or maybe even 20 minutes on the other druid just because of doing groups and stuff. If you guys were watching the stream, we actually did end up going a little bit longer on a couple of the farms, but yeah, really got a lot of good stuff here. And I didn't even have enough room to leave like an empty space between the 2 here. And then I even have something extra I'm gonna go over here at the very end here, which you'll see. But let's start out with our low value stuff. Let's see what we got here. Rat Cloth Belt. Fortunately, I didn't have any of these on the first one there. And it is a low value piece. It used to be high value, looks like. But 10,000, almost 11,000, 0.003 sell rate. That comes from Loch Modan. Warrior's Boots. Again, we had those over there. It's just low value. The Melrachi's Cape, have 2 of those. Pattern for the Stylish Green Shirt. Now, this is a royal drop. It is, only 3,000, but very, very high sell rate. I always keep this one and the blue one because they sell super fast. 0.024 sell rate. Trog Hand Axe, also had one of those over there. 0.013 sell rate, though. Really nice sell rate. Got 3 of those. And then we've got the Combat Shield, just a royal drop. Standard Issue Shield. We got 3 of those. We got the Burnt Buckler, just a royal drop. Very high sell rate as well. Durable tunic here. Another world drop, 8,000 for that one. We've got the Mountaineer's chest piece. Actually, I don't think we had one of these over there, did we? Can't remember. 19,000 gold, 0.007 sell rate. This comes from Dunmoro, so right below the high value range though. We got Stone Splinter Rags, actually have 3 of those, 10,000 gold for those. We've got the Frostmane Staff, 17,000 from Dunmoro. Again, Frostbit Staff as well from Dunmoro. We have the Sword of Corruption here, just a world drop item, 7,300, 0.003 sell rate. We got the Stone Splinter Axe from Loch Modan. Bluegill Kukri, I guess is how you say that. That actually comes from the wetlands, from the Murlocs as well. Unfortunately, we didn't have one on the other tomb, but I think they're a pretty slow seller anyway. So, and Skull Hatchet from Dunmoro. And then we've got our high value stuff. And again, we've got the like lower end high value items and the higher end. And then we've got another section here, which I'll go over at the end. And then we've got, so for like mid-range high value stuff, or our lower end high value stuff, we got the Stormbringer belt. This is just a world drop though. It is unique, at least 44,000, 0.003 sell rate. We've got the recipe for the Greater Shadow Protection Potion from Eastern Kingdoms, 20,000. And then we've got the Frostmane Short Sword from Dunmoro in the Coleridge Valley, 20,000, 0.002 sell rate. We've got the Frostmane Shorts. Oh, I already went over that. Pioneer Buckler. Now this is just a world drop, 33,000. We have 2 of those. We got the Frostmane Leather Vest from Dunmoro in Coleridge Valley, 25,000. And we have just two of those. We got the Grey Fur Booties again from Tristful Glades. We've got the Frostmane Club from Coleridge Valley and Dunmoro, 45,000. We've got the Rockjaw Blade. Now we did not have one of these on our other tune. I did try to farm for it. I actually tried to farm for it on stream. It was just very unlucky. Got really lucky and get this one. I actually got this one pretty early on in the farm. I was trying to get a duplicate because I knew I didn't have one on my other tune, to try to get one for that realm as well, and I just couldn't do it. 51,000 though for this one, and that comes from Dunmoro. It says Coleridge Valley, but it's kind of like right at the what do you call it, the border between the zones. And you have to be careful being there, as Horde, because you don't want to go from Coleridge Valley to the tunnel where they're at. You want to go from the actual main area into the tunnel, because I tried to do that and there's some NPCs out there that will kill you. So just keep that in mind if you're out there trying to farm these things. And then we have the Stone Splinter Blade, 47,000, 0.003 sell rate from Loch Modan. I actually have 3 of those. And then we have the Lumberjack Jerkin from Dunmoro. 56,000. We have the Vilefin Oracle Staff from Tristful Glades. Didn't get the axe though, unfortunately. Rodentia Flint Axe from Loch Modan. We got 2 of those. We've got the Stone Splinter Dagger from Loch Modan, and we've got 2 of those as well. And I'm not going over the values just because we've got these over on the other one. So if I have some that we haven't went over from the other baker, I'll go over the value and stuff again. Short Staver, got that from Tristful Glades. We got the Frostmane Hand Axe from Dunmoro. We also got the Trog Club once again from Dunmoro. It's not in the low value range though, so maybe I should have moved it over, but it may go back up. It's kind of close. This is actually a really good seller. I've had really good luck selling this in the past. Trog Dagger from Coleridge Valley and Dunmoro, got 2 of those. Web Cloak from Tristful Glades, and then our very, very nice items. Let's take a look. We got the Mogarash Masher, 158,000, and actually we did not have that on the other one. This is from Loch Modan as well. Actually we do have 2 of those, so we can trade one over, so that's good. It actually comes from the same area where we had like the can opener or whatever, or the toothpick. I mean, they do also drop an item called the can opener. We got the Putrid Wooden Hammer for 136,000, 0.003 sell rate from Tristful Glades in the starting area, Death Knell. We've got the Tarnished Bastard Sword from Death Knell as well in Tristful Glades, and actually have 2 of those. Now we didn't have one of these over there as well. Actually, really, I just forgot to hit that farm when we were out there. And then, totally forgot about this one until I was on this druid. And then we have the Dragon Ball short sword from the wetlands. We've got 2 of those. We've got the pattern for the living breastplates from Western Plaguelands. Now, I did farm this, and we actually did this in a group on the other one, and I was just very, very unlucky. So luckily enough, I did get it on this one. Unfortunately, I just didn't get it on the other one, and actually I didn't get a duplicate. You might have thought, well, hey, he's got a duplicate. No, that's a different pattern. But yeah, from Western Plaguelands, and this is the one farm you have out in that area. 189,000 at 0.003 sell rate. We got the pattern for the Iron Feather breastplate, 99,000 0.002 sell rate, and this is from the hinterlands. Actually, this is the one item you can farm up out there. So luckily enough, we got this from there. Schematic for the flawless Arcanite rifle from the Eastern Plaguelands farm. We've got the Dragon Ball chain boots from the wetlands, 99,000. We got the copper cloth gloves from Hillsbrad Foothills, 402,000 0.003 sell rate. We got the Rodentia short sword from Loch Modan. Thought we actually had, tell me, we only have one on this one. We don't actually have one of these on the other 2. I could have swore we actually had this one over there, but 336,000 from Loch Modan. And then we've got the Bashing Pauldrons, 80,000 0.003 sell rate. Of course, we did have that on both of them. The Violet Robes, didn't have this over there either. 98,000 from Dunmorrow, 0.004 sell rate. We've got the Spiderweb Robe from Trustful Glades. Actually have that on both. We have the Scarlet Initiate Robes, 98,000. Actually, don't have this one for Proudmoore, so we can trade this one over because we have 3 of them. 0.007 sell rate. They actually come from the same farm. We get standard issued shield. There's just 2 different types of mobs. One drops the shield, one drops these. So, and then we've got the Orcish Cleaver, 99,000. Actually have 2 of those from Loch Modan, coming from those same bears that dropped the Bashing Pauldrons. And then we do actually have the Mo Garage can opener from those same mobs. Actually, probably should have went to the mid-range stuff, but it's fine, whatever. 47,000 from Loch Modan. We got the Mo Garage toothpick. So we actually got all 3 of those items from those ogres over there. Because all these, the can opener, the toothpick, and the masher, they all drop from the same mobs. 216,000 0.009 sell rate for the toothpick. Tunnel pick got from the wetlands. Flesh carver, actually show one over here. Now you might already know what I'm doing here. Anyway, light mage smith robe. Sorry, words are hard. From Coleridge Valley and Dunmorrow, 106,000 0.001 sell rate. Unfortunately, we didn't get one over there. It is a very slow sell rate though. And then last column here is the stuff I got off of rares. So unfortunately, we didn't have this column on the other one because we didn't get lucky with any of the rares. We did actually kill a bunch of the rare mobs, but we just didn't get lucky and get a drop. We actually did on this one. So we got silver line bracers here. Is a low value item, 14,000 0.004 sell rate from Dunmorrow, and it's from the rare timber. It is actually in kind of like off to the side. I think it's like the where like Nomergon is and stuff. It's kind of where that rare is. It's just a wolf. Royal Frostmane girdle, 13,000. Again, another low value item. Comes from the rare out there in Dunmorrow. Great Father Arcticus. Yeah. Then we got, unfortunately, this is a ring, so I probably want to get like 1,000 gold for it, but it did come from a rare, so I put it over here. It came from Geomancer Flint Dagger from the Arathi Highlands. He also drops a rather nice item called the Gemstone Dagger. Unfortunately, we only got the ring here. And then we got the Reagents Cloak, which came from a rare out there in Silver Pine Forest, which actually we didn't farm any zones in there, but we did hit those rares. And actually have another drop from this area as well. This is 54,000 0.004 sell rate. And then we've got the Null Hammer. Now this one actually kind of went out of the way because I actually felt like I had some extra time on this one. So I went to the Ghostlands. There's one rare out there in the Ghostlands, and that's where this one came from. Dr. Witherlimb, 40, almost 45,000.006 sell rate for that one. And then we've got the Flesh Carver here, which also came from the Silver Pine Forest, which is where SFK is, from Starlmane. And it's kind of weird because it doesn't actually show up on the map. With right now I'm using, what is it, Dragon something to find the rare mobs. What is the add-on called? Add-ons, it's called, see it all the time, Silver Dragon, that's what it's called. I used to use Rare Spawn Overlay, but that one has actually been causing errors since the last patch or whatever, so been having to opt out. I would still much rather use the Rare Spawn Overlay. I just feel like it's so much better of a add-on, but it constantly throws errors each time you pull your map up, so I don't want to use it. But yeah, it's really nice with this one. It does say it's 2.5 million gold at a 0.004 sell rate. It is unique. What I was going to get at was the fact that it doesn't show it on the map with either one of those add-ons. I've seen it with, I've tried to use both. But I did see with Silver Dragon that it actually shows it out there in Tristful Glades, out in like the water, for whatever reason, shows that mob, but he's not out there. He's actually in Silver Pine Forest in the little building there or whatever. But anyway, Flesh Carver, 2.5 million gold. Now I have actually sold this in the past, and actually sold a few of them actually. I've only ever at the most gotten around 600,000, which is still a really good amount. But yeah, nowhere near the 2.5 million gold for but yeah, not a bad item. And even if we get 600,000, I mean, that'd be great, right? But yeah, really good. Definitely better than what we got with the first one. Actually, I did go back and look too, and it looks like we did a lot better than series 1. They did actually get a lot of stuff. I mean, filled up like a whole half of a tab, but I feel like we did get more this time around. All right, guys, so back to Proudmoore, and this time we're doing the islands, and then we'll do Thrall's Islands. And again, I didn't put it into the guild bank. I don't know if they fixed it or not, but just because of the fact that it was only showing pet carriers for the pets, and I still want to show you guys what pets we got. So let's take a look. First up, again, it's not looking like we got as much. I don't know, I did look back, and it looked like we only have like a couple of columns as well. I still feel like on series 1 we got a lot more from islands, so maybe we're just not getting as lucky this time around. But anyway, let's go and take a look at what we got. First, we got the pets here, then we've got the low value stuff, and then the high value, and then I guess the really good items, I think, is how I did that. I really can't recall because I did this very early in the week, so I could concentrate the last part of the week on getting the Eastern Kingdom zones done. So first up, pets here, we've got the Bloodstone Tunneler here, under 1,000. We got Desting Scorpion here. This one is actually 3,000.027 sell rate too. Really nice sell rate. Giggling Flame here, right at 1,000, or yeah, right at 1,000. And then we've got the Laughing Stone Skin under 1,000. Unfortunately, got 2 of those. We got the Lord Wolfington here, actually 6,000.028 sell rate too. Really nice sell rate on that one. Mischievous Zephyr here for 1,000. We've got the Playful Frostskin under 1,000. We got the Shade Feather Hatchling at 1,500 here, 0.035 sell rate too. Really nice sell rate on that one. Fortunately, we had some of these last time. I don't think we've sold any yet, unfortunately. Snort here at 1,800, 0.029 sell rate. We got the Tender Pup here at 6,500, 0.027 sell rate. And then again, our low value stuff here. We've got the Plundered Sea Crystal Blade, 6,000 gold, 0.018 sell rate. And we've got 2 of those. We've got the Plundered Amber Shaper's Egg for 7,700, 0.009. We've got the Fallen Rune Lord's Cowl at 10,000, 0.007. We've got the Firekin Headgear, 16,000.015 sell rate. So really nice sell rate, getting close to the high value range too. Hydraxian Cover here for 6,000.011. We've got Swarm Fury Amiss here for 7,000. We've got the Dragon Rider Spalders for 9,000. 0.008. And then we've got the Dark Animator's Robe at 11,000. 0.004. The Whirling Dervish Vest here, 19,000, right below the high value range, and 0.006 sell rate. And then we've got the Swarm Fury Gloves, almost 6,000. We got the Sirach Scale Belt, 5,200. And then we've got two of these Plundered Blue Captain's hats for 6,000. 0.020 sell rate, though. Very nice sell rate. And then our high value items. So we've got the Plundered Molten Reaper, right at the, actually it was marked as low value last time. 21,000 almost, 0.027 sell rate. Now these have actually sold super fast for me in the past. Actually really nice look on those too. You know, I'm surprised they're not valued higher. I guess they drop a lot maybe, but they, you know, one of the better looking items, I think. The Plundered Blade of Northern Kings, 89,000, 0.043 sell rate. One of the highest sell rates we've seen so far. So yeah, really nice on that one, especially if we can get, you know, anywhere near that value for it. Definitely a nice look on that one too. We got the Plundered Totem Barrier here. It's an offhand 27,000. I guess it's a shield. Yeah, it's a shield. I said offhand. I was just reading what it said under it. But anyway, the Bloodwake helmet here, 36,000, 0.604 sell rate. We've got the Whirling Dervish shoulders here for 28,000, 0.008 sell rate. We got the Spirit Bow Mantle, 81,000, almost 82,000, 0.007 sell rate. And yeah, we got two of those, so really nice on that. We got the Dusthaven jacket here for 27,000, 0.008 sell rate. We've got the Rattling Bone Hauberk for 35,000, 0.002 sell rate. We've got the Frostwind gloves, 33,000, 0.008 sell rate. We've got the Spirit Bow belt for almost 52,000, 0.002 sell rate. And then we've got the Firekin breeches here for 65,000, 0.009 sell rate. And then we've got the Whirling Dervish breeches here, 20,000, 0.006 sell rate. And then our very high items. So we've got the Bloodweight breastplate here for 102,000, 0.010 sell rate. And then the Sleek Guard Great Belt for 202,000, 0.008 sell rate. Really nice sell rate on that one. All right, guys, so our last bank up for week number 8's loot. And this is going to be for the islands for week 2 for Thrall. Let's take a look. And man, nowhere near as good as what we had on the last bank alt. So, you know, I think we had some duplicates over there. Maybe we can trade some stuff over. But let's still take a look, see what they got. Maybe they just got better items. So, you know, just not as much. But yeah, islands is not seeming as good this time around as it was last for some reason. Again, we are only doing, you know, 2 hours versus we did 5 hours on each. And, you know, I am doing 2 hours with, you know, 2 potatoes laying and actually, you know, reaping the benefits. So it should be like, you know, 6 hours worth. But again, with, you know, the RNG being mixed up like that and whatever, maybe it's just not coming out to being as good. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look, see here what we got. So we got Bloodstone Tunneler here, under 1,000, got 2 of those. We've got the Craghoof Kid here, 14, almost 1,500, 0.031. We've got 2 of those Destiny Scorpets. We've got the Firestein Buzzer here for 1,400, 0.028 sell rate. We got the Kindle Web Spiderling, 3,400, 0.026. Laughing Stone Skins, we got 2 of those. Leatherwing Screecher, 1,400, 0.023 sell rate. We got 2 of those. We got the Musk Flank Calfling, 1,300, 0.030 sell rate. We've got the Poro Pet here at 8,500, 0.034 sell rate. We got the Scritches pet here, 2,500, 0.035. We've got Scuttle. We got 2 of those, 95, almost 9,500, 0.024 sell rate. Shade Feather Hatchling, 1,500. We got Snort here. We got 2 of those, 1,800. And then the Sunscale Hatchling at 1,000.031 sell rate. I will say this much though, maybe they didn't get as much gear, but I mean the pets, I mean, not that it's like a big amount, but pets do seem a little bit better, at least on this one than on the other one. I don't remember seeing Poro or the Scuttle or you know, some of those, but anyway, low value stuff here. We've got the Frostwind bracers here, 19,000.003 sell rate. We've got Tomb Keeper's girdle here for 5,000. We've got the Whirling Dervish belt here for 12, almost 13,000.006 sell rate. We've got the Plundered Hosen Chieftain staff for 17, almost 18,000.004 sell rate. We got the Fallen Rune Lord shoulders at 12,000.003. And then we've got the Adraxian robes here for 5,000. And then our high value stuff. So we've got the Voodoo Stalkers Vamp Bracers, almost 25,000.002 sell rate. Another one of those, at least we did get one of these on both of our druids here, or both our realms. Plundered Blade of the Northern Kings, 89,000.0, that very high sell rate, 0.043. And then only 2 of these Plundered Mogu Scepters for 26,000.005 sell rate. And then we've got the Razor Fin Shoulder Guards here, 188,000.012 sell rate. And then we've got the Mist Stalkers Grasps here for 108,000.016 sell rate. Now that's a very high sell rate at that value too. And actually this one's pretty good too, 0.012. Actually pretty nice looking shoulders there. So hopefully you know, even with them not getting as much, they'll still see some really good sales. Again, the pets look a little bit better maybe over here. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for week number 8. Let me know, you know, what you guys think. You know, what do you think about the stuff from North and Eastern Kingdom zones? And you know, hopefully, you know, since we've been doing so bad, the last week to come is going to be the week that comes up with like the best, what I say is like the best boxes to actually open, because they're the lowest cost, so we can get so much more hopefully and actually stock up a lot of this island stuff for week 3 coming up. So hopefully we'll be able to make up for the shortages we've kind of had here. But yeah, hopefully we'll see some of this stuff sell coming up. Hopefully we'll see some stuff, you know, sell. I'm really excited to get the stuff from the Eastern Kingdoms up on the auction house and see how that stuff does, and hopefully get us some sales. But anyway, guys, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you guys like doing these kind of farms with the zones, and if you like doing islands as well. But yeah, that's going to pretty much do it for this one. If you did enjoy it, please smash the big thumbs up. Lets me know that you guys like these videos. And also do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one, especially because you're not going to want to miss to see what we get for week 3 of Island, see if we actually do finally turn it up a little bit. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care, guys.